Welcome back to City Girl with Country Roots, where we grow everything with love. Today I'm going to show you how to seed your carrots and grow your carrots. The one thing about carrots is that they can be grown in containers. So this year we're going to grow a few of the varieties in containers. I'm going to start off with these 5 varieties right here, which is Little Fingers, Purple Dragon, a free carrot that I got from Baker's Creek, which is called St. Valerie, the used big golden, as well as the Yellowstone carrot. What I like to do is, even when I'm planting seeds, especially when I am planting seeds from the same family, I like to put them a lot of times in alphabetical order. I think it makes it easier when you take and possibly may forget to put your labels in exactly at the same time. Then you know that if you put them in by alphabetical order, then you know who is who and where it goes where. So we're going to start off with planting the Little Fingers and the Purple Dragon in this blue container right here. And I'm just going to plant it as a half and half. And then I'm going to take and plant the next set in another container. And the Yellowstone I will probably plant maybe in my newly red container, or I might end up planting it in the tan container that I fixed up, because I am waiting on one more set of carrots to come in, which is a red variety. And so that way, in case, because I'm outside, and of course my name is City Girl with Country Roots, so that means I'm in the city. And so there's always a lot of different people around me at a given time that is always kind of in the background. So what we're going to do is I will take and show you the seeds in my hand. And when you plant your carrot seeds, you basically just kind of want to lay them on top of the soil. And I will slightly pat them in. I will then, after they're all planted in, basically water them. And then once I water them in, I will then place a label on there, because the one thing about it is carrot seeds are so little, so you don't want to take and plant them all the way down into the dirt. You just need for the seed to have contact. I will then place probably either some newspaper or cardboard, or maybe even a roll cover of some sort over them, and allow them to germinate for the 7 to 14 days that it will take for them to actually sprout. This too will help to keep certain bugs and organisms from coming to get your carrot seeds, and provides them also too little light, a little darkness, but yet just enough light for them to do what they need to do. So let's get started. All right. Okay, like I said, one of the things you're going to want to do when you are planting your carrots, you're going to want to make sure that they make a little bit of contact with your soil. But in saying that, we're going to take and put just a very light trench into our dirt, so the way we can see, put our seeds in there. So here we go. We're going to put a light trench. Very, very light. With that, I've actually placed 6 trenches in here. They are very, very light trenches, because I tell you, carrot seeds are very, very small. I'm going to start off with planting my Little Fingers. And just to show you how small the carrot seeds are, I'm not even sure if you can see that on camera or not. But you see how little these seeds are? That's why you do not want to plant them deep. Because if you plant them deep, they will not grow out because they're so small. So only thing I'm going to do is just sprinkle these into my trenches. So you see I have my seeds in my hand. And what I'm going to do is just kind of spread them into these trenches. I'm so sorry, you guys, when you're outside of Center City and you have pets and you have neighbors, it's sometimes hard to do your videos. But as I said, we're going to take these and we're going to keep spreading these seeds into the trenches so that we can. So yeah, we're going to keep on putting these into these little containers. And even though I am putting a lot of seeds, and I probably will have to come back and thin it, that is okay, because carrots sometimes don't always germinate as much, so it's okay to kind of overseed it a little bit. You can come back and thin them as they pop up. Okay, so we planted the little things. And what I did do, even with that, I did plant some. And you see I have this wonderful middle that I have not planted nothing in. If I just kind of have a few seeds just laying here and there, I will probably be dropping them in the middle just to see what I get. Next, we're going to go ahead and plant the purple dragon. These are some beautiful carrots. I have grown them in cosmic purple for a few years. So now let's get these open. And I would encourage you to open your seeds up over your container, so the way if some spill, they'll just spill inside your container. Once again, you can see how little these seeds are. And we're just going to sprinkle them in. Okay, so then the next thing that we're going to do, and as you saw, what I did was I took and went ahead and just kind of sprayed some even over the top. And why did I do that even after I made those trenches? Was because in case something happens, may a bird comes down, picks out my seed, or whatever it may be, I'm just increasing the likelihood of getting carrots as well. Because the thing is, with gardening and weather, you can plant your seeds, but you're never too sure. So what I would do is, I would now take and just slightly pat these in, even in their little trenches, and even the ones that I sprinkled on top. I am just going to lightly pat them into the soil. As I said, the main thing is for them to make contact with the soil. As you see, it's just kind of like pat, pat, pat. Pat, pat, pat. Because even though they're so small, trust me, your birds can see these seeds and they will know that you planted something. So you just want to kind of pat it in. And you probably ask me, how will I know where one starts and one doesn't? I have a pretty good idea. And if you want to, until you get back with your marker, just go ahead and put like a finger right there, a little divot, and that way I know this side is orange, this side is purple, and this in between can be orange or purple. Now we're going to go ahead and move to the next container and plant our next set of carrots. Okay, so with this pot, because I prepped it last week, so the only thing I'm doing is I'm just kind of refluffing it so I can just re-loosen the soil for my next set of carrots. So if you run into the situation where you've already prepped your containers and you're like, oh my goodness, it's looking kind of dead, it's not looking fluffy enough, just do the same process as if you was revitalizing this container. And just come through here and just kind of refluff it, re-smooth it, reawaken it, more so. Oh, look, y'all, a pepper. You know what I'm gonna do with it? I'm just gonna find me a hole right here, and I'm gonna plant it on down in there. That's called composting, the lazy way. And we're gonna put that down there because it will end up feeding this pot as it breaks down. So here we go. Now, in this particular case, since I do have all these wonderful carrots, I am going to go ahead and take some of these roots out like this and just put it over there. Because the one thing carrots do not like, they do not like being planted in hard soil. They do not like anything that's going to be a roadblock to their roots growing down. So if you have big sticks or hard soil, I would probably encourage you to plant them in a layer of something soft, or you may want to do the container. If you have a raised bed, they grow really wonderful in raised beds. So once again, we're going to go with our next set. And for this set, we're going to plant the free seed of St. Valerie. I just want to see. And I thought this one was really unique, this Ubisic Golden, because it's a little fat, little yellow carrot. So I'm really curious to see. This will be my first year growing these, and even the Yellowstone. So let's get to planting. Once again, same method. You just can kind of draw yourself little trenches, or you can just plant them on top of the soil, whichever one works best for you. As y'all know, I kind of do a little bit of both. And I will go ahead and make my selection over here for the next set, where I will go a little trench in, and another little trench here, there. And basically what'll happen is, and I'm gonna put a little divot right there for now. And that's gonna tell me where my great divide is. And let's get to planting these. They said that this free variety is a very old French variety. It's a handsome, large, it's a bright red orange carrot. It grows 10 to 12 inch roots, smooth, sweet, and tender. They're also saying that it takes 12 to 18 days. And that's, remember I was telling you, so carrots take a long time to come up. So that's another reason why you want to kind of get a head start on them and cover them up and all that good stuff. And it even tells you only 1/4 inch do you need to put them in the seed. And on this, it's telling you 2 to 3 inches. Mine will be placed a little bit closer, but I'm not really worried about that. And we're going to do the same, repeat again. I'm just going to sprinkle. But actually, these seeds, you all, are a little bit larger. They're almost like the size of a tomato seed. Yeah. That's interesting. And then I'm just going to finish. Even though I put those trenches in, I am just going to sprinkle some seeds on top, so I can increase my chances of germination of my carrots. Seal that back. I do like the fact that their packets do reseal a lot. If not, you can do like I sometimes do. Just get you some Scotch tape and put it on the back of that, and there you go. Once again, what I tell you, always open your packets up inside your container because you never know. You may have a seed sitting on top. And once again, we're going to do the exact same thing. I'm just going to stick this one over there. And as you can see, these carrot seeds are still about the same. And I'm just going to start sprinkling them in. One thing you have to do with carrots is you will have to thin them no matter what usually. Because yes, you can see the seeds are so little. This time it's hard to put them in just a straight line. But that's okay. And once again, I'm going to just place the remaining seeds in my hand. In the pot. Like this. There you go. Close back up my packet. And just pat these in. Slightly cover. Pat, pat, pat. That's my little divot. I know where to put my tags in at. Pat, 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 pat. Pat, pat, pat. Now some people may tell you, why plant carrots in 2 different varieties even in the same container? Well, if you are growing a ton of them, I would say for like market or whatever, then yeah, I would probably encourage you to just plant that one variety in that container. But this more say is for my family and just for a few other people. So I'm not really worried about it. Plus too, it's going to save me space in my raised beds this year, just to kind of plant them in there and to plant a couple of varieties. This way I can get, several varieties of carrots basically at the same time. Their growing medium will be the same, and I don't have to worry about if it was 2 different of this or 2 different of that. Well, I hope this helps you with learning how to grow your carrots and seed your carrots and plant your carrots. As I said, I will go back and put my labels onto my pots to tell me which one it is. And instead of rule of thumb that I like to do is kind of plant them alphabetically, and the way I know who's who and what I planted in case I don't have my labels at the time. And we will make another video as these start to come up. Alright guys, remember to hit that like button, as well as to follow me on Facebook at City Girl with Country Roots, Instagram, City Girl with Country Roots, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye.